ATV is going to remain docked to the station for roughly 6 months. The benefit of this is that the crew has plenty of time to unload all the different cargo pieces and all the equipment and supplies that are inside. They're not exactly pressed for time to do that. That's one of the benefits of it being up there. It can also be used to transfer propellant, as we mentioned, to the space station, and it can also fire its engines there as it is docked and raise the station's altitude and its orbit, which has to be done from time to time. The crew will begin the process of opening up ATV and going inside tomorrow after a series of checkouts of the environment. And they will spend a total of 44 hours unloading the cargo and then 41 hours loading things back inside, trash and other items that are not needed anymore. And all of that will be stuffed inside. The hatch will be closed coming up at the end of ATV's journey with the station. And then ATV will be sent into a destructive reentry at the end of its life.
Сменился режим GNC, final approach 1-2.
Okay, that's 22.06.20. They've been transitioning of mode to GNC. Okay, copy that. Continue monitoring.
Damage 27 метров, normal path.
Range 27, rate 005. Copy.
Meters, normal path.
25 meters and the rate 005. Okay, copy.
It's a pretty good view there of the hatchway of the automated transfer vehicle. That is the part that will be mated with the Russian Zvezda service module. As we talked about at the top of our broadcast, it could take a few hours to verify that the atmosphere inside ATV is acceptable and ready for the crew to go inside. They will start that process tomorrow, and then Friday will be spent in earnest, actually beginning the process of starting all this cargo transfer and unloading this large cargo carrier.
Copy. I'm observing the falling down of the rate, decreasing of the rate. Okay, copy.
Meters, normal 3.
003 is the rate. Okay, copy.
На формате лэптопа устойчивое изменение скорости без скачков, как на формате C.
On the format of the laptop, we can see this steady decreasing of the rate. Okay. Please monitor the range.
19 скорость 0.
19 is the range and 0 is the rate. Okay, copy.
So the team here in Houston is verifying that ATV has reached the S4 hold point. As we mentioned, it will stay here for about 10 minutes. And the teams will check out all the systems to make sure that it's in the proper position. And then the go will be given for final approach and docking.
Station keeping 11 meters, so 18 meters.
As you can see, ATV continuing to close in. It has departed the S4 hold point. There is one more small hold point coming up in a couple of minutes. You will see it stop one more time for a final checkout. But everything's still on track for today's docking, which is on the clocks for 5:33 p.m. Central Time, 6:33 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, the LEDs are nominal, so 06 is the rate. Okay, copy. 006 is the rate. 14 meters. 008. Everything is nominal. Copy. LEDs are nominal. No, 006 is the rate. Copy.
The ATV is now within 15 meters of the Zvezda service module and continuing to close in fairly slowly. Of course, these views are very deceptive because both of these vehicles are currently traveling at 17,500 miles an hour, or Mach 25.
Metrov, no monsieur.
11 meters, 007. Copy.
Так, состояние транспарантов штатно.
LEDs are nominal.
ATV идет по струне.
ATV is moving nominally. Okay. Copy.
Есть падение скорости.
The rate decrease. 0 is the rate. Copy.
Metrov,
11 meters. Copy.
ATV has reached yet another hold point at about 11 meters away from the Russian segment. Here in Houston, Flight Director Jerry Jason's about to do his final go, no-go of the team here. That should clear the way for ATV's docking coming up in just a few minutes, according to the clocks here in Mission Control, about 8.5 minutes away from now.
We are at page 4.12, step 15. Okay, copy.
This is Mission Control Houston Flight Director Jerry Jason, who's sitting there in the center of the console, has just finished his go, no-go of the entire team here in Houston. Everybody is go, so they were reporting that to all the different control centers and international partners. Sitting beside him on the right is Dina Cantella. ETB is currently holding right at 10 to 11 meters away from the International Space Station. We're about 5 minutes away from the actual docking itself.
Экипаж МКС Уфа.
Station Moscow
По ATV.
on ATV. Go ahead.
Ожидаем
We are expecting
движения.
the initiation or beginning of the motion.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
Скорость.
Да, есть набор разгона и скорости.
Yes, we can see the
Вызвана команда.
rate gain.
Движение.
We have executed the command to initiate the movement.
Скорость
Okay, copy.
009.
009 is the
The
rate.
team is reporting, as you can see, that the ATV has departed the final hold point.
Everything is nominal.
Принято.
Copy.
These final few minutes of closure are extremely slow as these two vehicles
Принято.
basically stare each other down. ATV continues to close in on the Zvezda service module. Docking on the clocks for 5:33 p.m. Central Time. Of course, that could be plus or minus by a few seconds.
Метров 05, смещаем замыкание.
Принято.
7 meters. Okay. 005. Copy.
Состояние транспаранта штат.
LEDs are nominal.
Принято.
Copy.
Скорость по курсу меняется от 0,01 до 0,10.
So the rate is changing from 001 to 010. 6 meters. Copy.
ATV now at 6 meters and closing in on the International Space Station, both vehicles high above the Pacific Ocean.
Copy.
Ожидаем доклада 2 метров.
We're expecting the report 2 meters and 1.
5 meters.
Okay, copy.
Meter, nummer 1000.
Принято.
Inaudible. Copy.
4 meters and closing.
3 метра, nummer 6.
3 meters. Copy. Copy.
Так, состояние транспаранта штат.
LEDs are nominal.
Принято.
Copy.
2 метра, перехожу на пунктирную.
Обстрел пунктирную линию перешли.
2 meters.
Принято.
2 meters and we are transferring to dotted line. Okay, copy.
Принято.
Чоп.
Chop.
Приготовить секундомер.
Copy. Please prepare the
Номер готов.
timer. Oh, the timer is ready. Copy.
Скорость 0,06.
006 is the rate.
Принято.
Copy.
Скорость 0,06, 0,07.
006, 007 is the rate. Standing by.
Пущен это. Секундомер 22, 31, 35.
Contact is confirmed at 5:31 p.m. Central Time. The Edoardo Amaldi has arrived at the International Space Station.
РДС ready.
RDS is 3 to
Once.
start.
Принято.
Copy.
The two vehicles were over the South Pacific Ocean, just to the north of the American Samoan Islands. Once again, docking and contact confirmed at 5:31 p.m. Central Time.
Could you please record the time?
Андрей, задиктуй.
Andrei, could you please dictate it?
22, 31, сколько там было?
So, 22, 31, 35. Did I say that? 31, 17.
31, 17.
31, 17. Copy.
Есть изменение длины штанги в окно
So,
событий.
the probe length is
The
changing.
team are confirming that the docking probe is retracting.
420, 415 millimeters.
Движение было мягкое,
Copy.
почувствовали даже.
So the contact was very soft. The capture was soft. We didn't even feel it. Okay, copy.